Hi guys, Liz Truss has been looking at ways to help people deal with the cost of living crisis. Actually, she hasn't. She's been looking to cut VAT. So according to The Telegraph, Liz Truss is considering a nuclear option when it comes to certain tax cuts. She's hinting at a VAT cut to 5% across the board to tackle the cost of living crisis. The article says that the headline rate of VAT could be cut up to 5%, and that would save the average household more than £1,300 a year. But there's a problem with this figure. In order to save £1,300 a year on VAT cuts of this size, an average family would need to be spending somewhere in the range of £30,000 on items that incur VAT. This excludes many food items and stuff like rent and mortgages, which represented the biggest cost for the average family before the cost of living crisis. But let's continue. Government officials believe it would also protect businesses from collapsing and could come alongside more targeted measures to help the worst off with energy bills following Friday's price cap increase to £3,549 from October. I don't see how this would help businesses who are saying that energy bills have jumped something like 10 times in some cases. If you cut VAT on fuel, it would help, but many small and medium-sized enterprises have already made the decision to close or suspend operations until real support is presented. According to the newspaper, Truss hasn't made any final decision on financial support, but is speaking to Jacob Rees-Mogg about a possible VAT cut. The paper says that if she wins, she'll be presented with a menu of options including a 2.5% or 5% reduction in the headline rate of VAT from the current standard rate of 20%. Now, according to the Institute for Fiscal Studies, a cut in VAT from 20% where it is currently, side note, what happened to the Brexit promises, but if it was cut down to 5%, it would cost the state £3.2 billion a month, or £38 billion a year. Now this would be extremely expensive, and it's unlikely to have any real impact. As I said before, it would not help people on low incomes in any real way because most of their expenses, with the exception of gas, are VAT exempt. On a positive note, it would also reduce inflation temporarily by about 2%, but with inflation expected to hit 18% according to the financial institution Citi, it isn't really something to write home about. Liz Truss has said that she will not issue what she calls handouts, but then Liz Truss isn't the most reliable of characters. It is possible when such double-figure inflation along with these new price hikes start to bite, she'll be forced to U-turn. The problem is that the fools she is surrounding herself with may not be willing to do such a thing. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.